Hello, 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 hello there, people of YouTube. Welcome back. Today, we're finishing off Death on the Nile. And then we're continuing on with Life is Strange afterwards. This is going to be interesting. I cannot wait. Yeah. I don't know how long is left in the game, so I guess we're going to see. But this is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see the outcome. This is going to be great. Before we get started, I'm just going to go to the bathroom, go grab a drink, and then, yeah, we'll get started and end this off. This is going to be a great ending, hopefully. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's continue this on here, eh? Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, let's see what happened here.
What do we have here? A small stain. Possibly blood. This bottle is unreachable for the moment. Exactly, that's it. Bravo!
Okay, this seems to match up. Okay, there we go.
Great. For now, it appears the victim was attacked and fell into the pool, striking the back of his head, resulting in his death. This scenario seems to be the most plausible one. An attack perhaps not premeditated, but it's certain that Pennington's death was not accidental. It seems my work in Egypt is not complete. There is a murderer in this hotel. Another victory for Poirot, of course. The only way to access the pool is by way of the terrace. I spent almost the entire evening sitting facing the terrace entrance. I should be able to remember who came in and out to create an initial list of witnesses and suspects. I should go back to where I was sitting earlier to help jog my memory. Well hidden, but not good enough for Poirot. You can never have too many of these. I must remember if I saw people coming or going from the terrace at the time.
Okay, this is gonna get fun here. Okay. Okay.
I now know who the suspects are. Miss Royce, Mr. Ferguson, Tim Allerton, Rosalie Otterbourne, Mr. Hayashi, and Miss Bowers. I need to interrogate them.
Basically have to go knocking door to door is what I'm thinking. Great.
Clearly, the room was prepared by the hotel staff, but Pennington never set foot in his room. He didn't even unpack his things, too eager to celebrate his literal good fortune. If you thought you could escape me, you are wrong. Good evening. Am I disturbing you?
I was analyzing Ricchetti's documents. I could use a break.
It won't take long. Do you need help with your analysis?
That's kind of you, but I need to do it alone if I'm going to remember everything.
I understand. Even the little grey cells can't hold everything. You spent most of the evening with me, but you were on the terrace before I arrived. I thought you might have seen something, even if it didn't seem important at the time.
No, I've thought back, but no luck. Mr. Ferguson arrived just a little after me. We just quickly shared a cigarette together.
And before that?
Before 9 p.m. I was in my room working on Ricchetti's files.
Then you joined me. I see.
That's right. I'm sorry, I hope it helps you a little.
Who can tell? I'll let you get back to your work.
Okay.
If I want to question Miss Bowers, she's outside on the terrace. The occupant is not a suspect for now. I don't need to disturb them.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Ferguson. Would you mind? I have a few questions regarding your schedule for this evening.
I've already been questioned all day by the police. Is this really necessary?
Unfortunately, yes. Mr. Pennington has been found dead here in the hotel this evening.
Good God. Well, all his money won't do him any good where he is now, will it?
I'm not interested in a character endorsement, monsieur. Tell me about your evening.
My evening? Well, after dinner, I stayed at my table for a while to enjoy that view one last time. After a while, I'd say around 8:30 p.m., I went back to my room.
Did you see anyone outside at that time?
I remember seeing Tim and Rosalie taking a stroll. Pennington was guzzling something down by the pool. Oh, and Hayashi and Mrs. Allerton were chatting in the amphitheater.
And then?
Around 9:10 p.m., I wanted to smoke. I realized I'd forgotten my cigarettes at my table. So I went back down and ran into Miss Royce. She borrowed a cigarette from me. We smoked together, chatted, and she's quite a remarkable woman. Then we went back inside.
How long did you stay there?
Just enough time for a cigarette, about 10 minutes at most. After that, I didn't leave my room again.
And Mr. Pennington, did you see him while you were smoking?
No, we were leaning against the railing facing the pool. There wasn't a soul outside.
Very well. Thank you.
Okay. Don't think that either of these ones are.
The occupant is not a suspect for now. I don't need to disturb them. The occupant is not a suspect for now. I don't need to disturb them.
Where was your moto again? Was he not? I thought he was on this side, was he? It's Andrew Peddington's one. At least I thought he was on this side. Was he on the other side? Okay. Looks like it's off to the terrace for me for the time being, because she's outside there. Is the terrace again? I think it's this way, right? Yes, there she is.
Miss Bowers, may I have a word with you?
Of course, Monsieur Poirot. How can I help you?
Can you tell me about your evening?
Of course. After dinner, Mr. Hayashi and I spent some time chatting in the amphitheater. When I went back to my room, it must have been around 8 p.m., and Mr. Pennington was drunk, or so I thought, lying in a deck chair by the pool, clearly inebriated. A little later, I heard him yelling at someone from my room. I had my window open, you see. He was hurling insults, but I couldn't hear what the other person was saying. Then there was a splash, like someone diving in or falling into the water. Pennington continued shouting threats.
Threats?
I'm going to kill you. You don't know who you're dealing with. That sort of thing. He sounded furious.
And then? What else did you hear?
After a few minutes, once he calmed down, nothing else. Everything seemed normal until I decided to go back outside around 10:40 p.m. or so. That's when I found Pennington floating in the pool and rushed back in to inform you.
A fight? So he was still alive when he fell or was pushed into the pool. Thank you, Miss Bowers.
She again? I think she was on the left, right? As soon as you come in. I think she's right here, right? I want to say yes. I could be wrong though.
at the reception desk tonight? You must have seen all the comings and goings of the guests, correct?
Unfortunately, not all the time. After dinner, I had to deal with a small water leak in room 111. I came back down around 9 p.m., and then I was at my post. You arrived just after my return and played chess with Miss Royce. I probably didn't see much more than you did.
Well, Poirot, you knew it wasn't going to be that easy. Good evening. Sorry to disturb you at this late hour.
Not a problem, Mr. Poirot. As you can see, I wasn't asleep. Is there something wrong?
May I come in?
Well, as you wish.
Good evening, Monsieur Poirot.
Good evening. I apologize for interrupting. I'm afraid I bear more bad news. Mr. Pennington is dead.
My God.
Another death? Will this
Hey, Nikki,
madness
how are
never
you
end?
doing? How's your Tuesday going?
Could you both tell me about your evening?
It's simple. We've been together all evening.
After dinner, we went for a walk in the garden.
Did you see Mr. Pennington there?
Yes, he was alone by the pool, gulping down something alcoholic.
We came back inside around 8 p.m. It was
That's a
starting to get
statement.
cold.
Just
Did
remember
you
that
go
one.
out again?
Yes, around 9:30 p.m. We relaxed in the amphitheater for half an hour or so. These desert nights can be sweltering. Then we came back inside.
And Mr. Pennington, did you see
That's
him
good to
during
hear.
your time there?
I'm afraid I was only paying attention to this lady here.
Mr. Pennington wasn't there anymore.
Are you sure? By the pool, perhaps?
Absolutely certain. I didn't see anyone by the pool either, going or coming back.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, nice. What are you making up?
Good evening, Mr. Hayashi.
Monsieur Poirot, what brings you here?
More sad news, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, Mr. Pennington has died.
Another murder? But surely you caught the murderers. How many can there be?
Oh, in my experience, you never can tell.
Well, we've already
I
had
assume you want
3,
to
so
question
this is
me.
like the 4th one.
you like
so
to
I
come
mean,
in?
like, what the heck,
Thank you.
guys? Like, I mean, like, whatever. As many as possible, apparently.
Can you tell me what you did this evening?
After dinner, I went to chat with Miss Bowers in the amphitheater. Miss Bowers left, but I stayed for a while. Mr. Pennington was still there. I went back to my room around 8:30 p.m. Then I went back around 10:30 p.m., and there was no one outside. I went back to my room a few minutes later. I haven't moved from here since.
Thank you for your testimony.
At your service.
Okay.
Mr. Allerton? Well, Tim Allerton isn't in his room.
There's gotta be something around here that connects this, right? Aha.
Ah, my collection is growing. A container of coarse salt for replacing chlorine in swimming pool water. Not really.
There we go.
Someone is lying. With the elements I have, the time of death is between 10 p.m. and 10:40 p.m. Bowers is definitely
Fried
innocent
chicken and
because
sweet
she
potato
didn't
fries.
have the
That sounds
time to
nice.
kill
That sounds
Bennington.
delicious, by the way.
If it were Miss Royce, Mr. Ferguson, Tim Allerton, or Rosalie Otterborn who had lied, Mr. Hayashi would have had to find the body floating. However, he claims to have seen nothing. So since he is the last one to say he saw nothing, He must be lying. Who else could have succeeded?
Come in. Bowers in the amphitheater. Miss Bowers left, but I stayed for a while. Mr. Pennington was still there. I went back to my room around 8:30 p.m. Then I went back around 10:30 p.m., and there was no one outside. I went back to my room a few minutes later. I haven't moved from here since.
Something isn't...
Hmm. After dinner, I went to chat with Miss Mowers in the amphitheater. Okay, he did that. I was left, but I stayed for a while. Okay. I want to say it's this one.
Sir, you are lying to me.
Sir, I'm not.
I need some hard evidence to prove he's lying. You claim to have seen nothing when you went out at 10:30 p.m. However, you are the last person to have gone out before Miss Bowers found Pennington's body 5 minutes later.
But if I didn't see anything and Bowers tells you she discovered the body, why aren't you accusing her?
Because she was outside for less than a minute. It would have been impossible for her to kill him and then come back in. Why would she lie to me?
I killed him. I knew it. I never wanted it to happen like this. I feel so guilty.
Calm down, Mr. Hayashi. Give me everything from the beginning, and do it calmly.
As I told you, Miss Bowers went back before me. But when I finally decided to head back up, Pennington started picking a fight with me. He was completely drunk, spouting rambling nonsense that I could barely understand. And the last thing I wanted was to put up with it.
So, it was you that Miss Bowers heard from her room.
At one point, he lost it and started to physically attack me. I pushed him away, perhaps a bit too violently. He fell into the pool. He was thrashing around in the water, insulting me and threatening me. I admit that the situation amused me, and I left him in the water. I went back to my room. He was still yelling when I left. I just thought he would get back out on his own. But in reality, he drowned.
Are you sure he was alive when you left him?
Yes, but around 10 p.m., I started having doubts and felt a little worried, given how drunk he was. I went back down to check if he was okay, and I found him floating in the pool. Because of me, he'd been there for hours. When I realized he was dead, I panicked and I went back up to my room.
Even though he seems honest when telling his story, some things don't add up with what I've discovered. Let's go over his testimony again. That doesn't match with what I know. Mr. Hayashi, you told me that Pennington drowned. I can assure you that he died from hitting his head on the edge of the pool.
I don't understand. He didn't hit his head. I pushed him into the water.
And there's more. No. That doesn't align itself with what I know. Mr. Hayashi, you think you left Mr. Pennington dead in the pool for hours. But if that were the case, several people would have seen him between the time you pushed him and the moment you found him. However, I have no testimony that supports this.
I'm lost. What are you implying? That I killed him when I went back the second time?
I'm not implying anything. I'm stating facts.
I'm telling you again. At 10:30 p.m., he was already dead. When I saw him, I tried to turn him over to check his pulse, but it was already too late. I remember the bottles he had put in his jacket fell into the water. I got scared. I put him back the way I found him and ran away. That's the absolute truth.
A moment, please. Bottles? What bottles?
He had been drinking the whole evening. He was so drunk that he even put 2 empty champagne bottles in his jacket.
But why didn't you tell me that earlier?
I don't know, because I didn't think it mattered, I suppose.
Ugh.
But come on, Mr. Poirot. What difference does it make that he had bottles in his jacket? He was drunk.
Mr. Hayashi, it changes absolutely everything.
Does that mean you believe me?
It would be different if I didn't, but time will tell. going to need that. Here we are, fishing again.
Nice catch.
This is the bottle Mr. Hayashi mentioned. Let's see what it can tell me. There's a white residue at the bottom. It's salt, without a doubt. Great. The load must be in contact with the body in order to sink it. The load is not heavy enough to sink the body. The load must be in contact with the body in order to sink it. The bottles filled with salt were used as weights to sink the body. The salt took a long time to dissolve in the water. Once it had almost completely dissolved, the body resurfaced. My little grey cells did not let me down.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Now we have the what here. Okay. So, he was pushed. Hit his head. Put salt into him. Put it into the jacket. Pushed him into the water, and then left him there. There we go. Not bad.
This explains why several witnesses didn't see Mr. Pennington around the pool. And more importantly, it changes the time of death that I had estimated between 10 p.m. and 10:40 p.m. Who is the world's greatest detective?
I'll be right. Together this. Alright, let's piece together this now. This is gonna be fun. Okay. This one got into an argument. Dies. No one sees it. Body floats up to the top. He sees him. That's how it's gotta be, right? There we go.
So, Mr. Pennington was killed after Mr. Hayashi argued with him. But before I was in the lobby and witnessed the comings and goings on the terrace. Precisely. Is that applause I hear? What a clever plan. This murderer is no amateur. With this new perspective, I no longer have any witnesses or alibis at the time of the crime. I'm back to square one.
So I have to go question her, eh? Okay.
Ah, Mr. Poirot, I was looking for you.
Voila, you have found me.
I remembered what Pennington said to me during our argument.
I'm listening.
At the time, when he threatened to kill me, I didn't understand. But the more I think about it, the more I believe it's important.
Tell me everything.
He said to me, "Stop sticking your nose in my business. You're lucky Riquetti isn't around anymore. He would have taken care of you." Well, it seems like Pennington and Riquetti knew each other, doesn't it?
It does, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Hayashi.
Glad to have helped you.
Pennington murdered. Pennington and Riquetti knew each other. The clues are coming together. Miss Royce, are you here? Door open, room empty. Something's wrong. Something has happened. I should inspect the room. This document must have come from Riquetti's satchel. But where is the rest? And where is the satchel? Clock is broken. Stopped at 8:53 p.m. This lamp has been put back in place, but it must have fallen to the floor. Miss Royce taped some things to the wall. Evidence cards, clues. What did she discover?
Nothing ever in these bathrooms, to be honest with you.
Well done, that's correct. Unfortunately, this can't be right. No. Well done, that's
There we go.
correct.
Had to be that one.
Come on, you can do it. Correct.
Okay. That's it.
No. Exactly.
Okay, there we
I'm
go.
right.
Oh. Oh, there she is.
You know, Miss Royce, the last time I spoke to someone on this bench, she had the same sad and defeated look.
It's a good place to reflect.
I'm not used to giving compliments, but you are an excellent detective. Your help was invaluable in unmasking Jacqueline de Belfort and Simon Doyle. I thank you again.
It was a privilege to work with you, Mr. Poirot. You are undoubtedly the best detective I have ever known.
And yet, there are days like today when I would rather not be.
I really hoped I could spare you this moment.
You neatly threw me off the scent. The idea of the salt bottles was quite clever. Truly clever and executed perfectly. It required Mr. Hayashi to remember the bottle stuck in the victim's jacket. Even then, only an outstanding detective could grasp the critical importance of this detail in the investigation, delaying the discovery of the body. Very ingenious. I long believed that the death occurred just before the body was found. You made it seem like the murder occurred much later, thereby creating a rock-solid alibi for yourself at the time of the body's discovery. One must appreciate the irony, as it was I who inadvertently provided you with that alibi by inviting you to play chess. But I suppose you wouldn't have had any trouble finding another way. And you also needed someone who could testify that the pool was empty when you were there. Indeed, Tim and Rosalie did go out and confirm that the pool was empty. But Miss Royce had no way of knowing that. After sinking the body, you deliberately waited for someone to come out onto the terrace. That was Ferguson. You made sure he saw that the pool was empty. By leaving an empty bottle at the top of the stairs by the dock, you hoped to make it seem like Pennington had gone down to the docks by himself all along. But ultimately, your presence on the terrace before Ferguson's arrival worked against you. Once the hypothesis of a death at 10 p.m. was ruled out, you became my primary suspect by default. You know, the how in a murder is important. But for me, the key point is why. Why kill Pennington? When I found your room door open, I almost wondered if you had done it on purpose. And everything became clear when it dawned on me that you had ransacked the room yourself. My theory is that you discovered something in Ricchetti's papers that made you furious. But I couldn't verify it because you made the documents disappear. I imagine that they must now be at the bottom of the Nile, along with Ricchetti's satchel. The river bottom was a very popular dumping ground throughout this case. My belief is that you discovered Pennington was connected to Emmy's murder. And that drove you into a rage.
That bastard. He was the one who ordered Ricchetti to kill my Emmy. When I realized that, I lost it.
Explain to me what happened.
Don't try to humor me, Mr. Poirot. I know very well you've already figured it out.
Perhaps. But I'd like to hear it from your perspective, if you would indulge me.
Very well. When I realized, I lost it. I turned my room upside down, ripped everything apart. I stormed downstairs to find Pennington. He was completely drunk and laughed in my face, mocking Emmy when I confronted him. He said I could never prove it. But of course, it was never my intent to prove it. I pushed him with all my strength. He fell on the edge of the pool, and that was it. Flesh hitting concrete.
It's a shame it came to that.
I'm sorry. I could say I never meant to kill him, but in truth, I don't regret my actions. I suppose you're going to turn me into the police now?
Yes, no? You know what? We're gonna go with no.
The police? Why should I do that? The evidence is clear. It was an accident. Mr. Pennington was drunk. He slipped and fell and died from hitting his head.
Thank you, Mr. Poirot.
Do not thank me. You are at heart a good person. It is not the past that matters, but the future. But you must live with what you did. And that is punishment enough, I think. If I'm any judge. The night has been long. I wish you a good night, Miss Royce.
And that is it. 10 mistakes. Not bad. Oh, nice. Cool. No one mourns the wicked. Didn't find a golden trophy. Huh. And there was 8 of these things around here? God damn. No, it's okay. I'd rather not. I'll be right back. interesting for an ending. Very, very interesting for an ending. I will say that. That is very interesting. Well, thank you to anyone that came out. Greatly appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lucy, you're amazing. You're fantastic. Wherever you are. I should be back on by at least around 9:30 tonight, and we're going to continue on with Life is Strange reunion. That's going to be fun. I can't wait. Again, greatly appreciated, guys. I will see you a little bit later. Until then, peace out.